I always tell a lot of people a logo alone is not enough to build a brand. But most business owners want to start with logo. After their brand name, the next thing is they want to start with logo, and they want to skip every other process to keep their business up and running. This is a bad strategy, and you don't need to start this way. The first thing you need to do is you need to have an identity system, and before having that identity system, you need to have a brand strategy in place to create that consistency across your touch point. In this video, I'm going to explain what brand identity is. I'm going to explain why you need a brand identity. I'm going to explain the difference between brand identity and visual identity, and I'm going to explain the full list of a brand identity deliverables. My name is Olashino Oluwatosin. I am a brand strategist and a brand identity designer. I help businesses create a scalable and fulfilling brand using design and strategy. So what is a brand identity? According to 99 Designs, they define brand identity as the collection of all elements that a company creates to portray the right image of its customers. Having a brand identity system will help you in a lot of ways, and it will help you to express your brand across all your touch points and to help you create a unique brand in the mind of your customers. So why do you need to invest in a brand identity system? You need a brand identity system to build brand equity. You need to build your reputation, and as people begin to interact with your brand, help you to increase your brand value. The second reason why you need to consider brand identity system is that it makes it easy for customers to buy from you, from recognition to customer trusting your brand. What do you need to start a brand identity system? The first thing you need is a brand strategy. You need a brand strategy to help you build the foundation on which you are going to build your brand identity. You can watch my video on what a brand strategy means and what a brand strategist do. So what are brand identity deliverables? But before that, we need to differentiate between brand identity and visual identity. Brand identity is the internal and the external element a brand used to express or communicate to its audience or its customer, while visual identity is the external part or external elements you use to communicate that idea to your customer. For example, your logo, your colors, and your typography. So what are brand identity deliverables? The first one is your brand core. Your brand core is made up of your mission statement, your vision statement, purpose statement, your brand values. These are the foundation where you are going to build, on your brand identity system. They are very important. The second is brand personality. You need to have a clear brand personality, and this is the association of human characteristics or human traits that your brand express. Your brand is going to communicate to humans, so your brand also have to behave like humans. That's why you need to consider having a brand personality. Another thing that is very important is brand voice. Brand voice also is important because you are going to express your humanistic characteristics, and before you are able to communicate to them, you have to speak like like a human being. Although these brand calls are well developed and clarified in a brand strategy section, but you need this in a brand identity to guide how your brand identity system is going to look like. The next thing you need as a deliverable is your brand name. And this is where most people start their brand. They start their brand from brand name. You can watch my video on the 8 things you need to know before choosing your brand name. The next thing you need to put into consideration, or the brand deliverable you need to put in mind, is tagline and slogan. Taglines and slogan are two different things, but they are related with each other. The next thing you need to focus on is logo and logo usage. Logo is a popular term. Many people know logo. Logo usage is just like a document that explains how you are going to use your logo across your touch point, the do and don'ts. The next thing you need to focus on is your color. You have your primary color, your secondary colors, your tertiary colors, and if you are going to be operating on maybe UI design, or maybe on your web, you need your button colors and different other colors. The next thing you should put in your mind is the typography and the font. There's a little difference between font and typography. The next thing you need to consider is pattern and icon. Pattern and icon are very important in brand identity system because they are going to house how your visual is going to be expressed. Most time they determine the visual design of a brand, and they help you to distinguish between one brand and the other. The next deliverable is illustration. Illustration helps you to communicate the thoughts and expression of the brand visually. Although you can also have photography style, and these are the package you get in a brand identity system. Some brands have illustration style only for communication, while some brands have photography style for communication. Some other brands also use both illustration and photography. Meanwhile, there are commercial illustration and photography. There are also costume illustration and photography. A lot of people will have access to those commercial pictures and commercial illustration, but if you have a system that houses your illustration and your photography, it will make your brand to be distinctive in the market. The next deliverable is motion. A lot of people don't talk about this also, but to create that uniqueness you need motion because you are going to appear on TV. The next deliverable is the brand guidelines. Some people call it brand book, some people call it brand bible. You need a brand guideline. This will help you to create both verbal and visual communication across your touch point. The essence of this brand identity system is to create consistency across your touch point. Some of your touch points can be art display, it can be uniform, it can be letter-headed letter, it can be mobile and web design, it can be stationaries, it can be environment and building, it can also be business card, it can be a lot of things. And this is why you need an identity system that will help you to create that consistency across all your touch points. My name is Olashino Oluwatosin. I am a brand strategist and identity designer. I help people create scalable and fulfilling brand using strategy and design. Please subscribe to my channel to see more contents on branding, design, creative lives, and strategy.